What's up everyone and welcome back to Pokemon Ethereal Gates. Last time we began a new journey here in the Laneka region, and with that came pretty much everything you do when you first start off your Pokemon journey. We got our starter, we met the professor, our rivals, and even had a rival battle, and then we made it here to Corella Town and met some nice old guy. He gave us some Pokeballs. It was great. It was such a great time, but honestly this game is amazing so far. Even the menus, which I haven't actually shown off yet, but I went to save my game and it just looks so cool. I think it's just really polished, even though this is only the first demo. So we're going to take a look at some of the menus here. I know that sounds kind of weird, like looking at menus, but they actually look really good. So here's the party menu. I don't even know if I'm looking at my party or entering the matrix honestly right now, but we picked out our starter Pokemon as well in the last episode, and that was Fernling, the grass type starter. But not only is he grass, he's also flying type, and I think that's a pretty awesome type combination. But since the last episode, I've also found out that all of the Pokemon that are currently in the demo also have their evolutions, so it'll be pretty awesome to train up some of these and see their evolutions. You might notice Verdva and Bamboos, which we caught last time, but there's also a new Pokemon here, Polby, which I caught over in Route 2. And we actually haven't been to Route 2 yet, but I accidentally went a little bit too far ahead, and so we're going to take a look at that in a little bit and actually explore the rest of Route 2. But I've already taken on the first battle there as well. So if you guys are excited for another episode, as always, make sure to leave a like. I actually have not checked out the bag just yet, so I actually want to check this out. I don't know why, it's so weird that I'm checking out like something like a Pokemon bag, you know, like normally you'd overlook this and think, oh, it's just the bag, like is it really that interesting? But for some reason in this game, like it just looks really good. All the sprites are custom done, and it really does feel like it could have been Pokemon Black and White. Like if you released this and told me this is Pokemon Black and White, I would honestly believe it. It looks really good. We also got this mysterious package, and we got to go deliver that in the next city to some lady's boyfriend. So yeah, we only got to do that. Options menu, I've already put the text speed at fast though. We got the trainer card. There's our trainer. You get a better look at him. He's got his beanie going on, the nice denim jeans. Don't know why it's necessary to point that out, but yeah, even the save menu looks so awesome. I like the little portraits right there too. So one last thing before we head on to Route 2 that I totally forgot to do in the last episode, or remembered that we can do. We met this dude here, the Password Pete. He's not he's just Password Pete, but we can give him a password, and there is actually a password already available to us, and that is PEG demo. I don't know if like uppercase or lowercase matters. Nope, that ain't a password he's heard of. Dang it, dude. Come on, Password Pete. I know that's the password, so I guess maybe without a capital D, oh, there we go. I can't type apparently, but that will give us Barrel Bill, which is the current mystery gift Pokemon, I guess. It's not technically mystery gift, but a normal type little sheep Pokemon at level 5, and he is gonna have Tackle and Growl, so you can definitely add this guy to your party. I don't think I'm going to, mostly because, like I said, I'm recording this at the end of this episode because I kind of forgot, but I did want to mention earlier on that you can get that if you're playing along. Hustle, boy, hustle. Anyway, let's head on to Route 2. Like I said, I've actually already explored a little bit of it on accident, so I do still have the footage of that. We'll definitely take a look at our first rival battle as we're making our way to, looks like Avocet Forest. So we got a foresty area. That's the first one. Who would have thunk it? But this is the first, I don't know if I said rival, but I meant the first trainer battle. Anyway, let's check it out. It's youngster Joshua challenging us to a battle. Not quite the youngster Joey I was hoping for, but he starts off with a Bamboos. Actually, that's his only Pokemon. I'm still not sure how to say this, Bamboos or Bamboos, because it's kind of like a bamboo mouse. So I want to say Bamboos. That's probably one of the hardest things for me with these Pokemon fan games that have, you know, their own custom-made Pokemon, is sometimes the names are pretty hard to say, but usually they're a little bit easy to guess like what type the Pokemon are just from the name. Like you can see Bamboo Mouse, probably a grass type, but we're going to take that out no problemo at all, and actually Fernling is going to get the level up from this too. That's why he was a little bit different level than you saw him earlier on. But I'm definitely going to try to level him up some more, because now that I know that the evolution is in the game, we can try and get him probably level 16. That's usually when starter Pokemon evolve at, but I don't know if you guys noticed there, he learned Razor Leaf, and I feel like that's probably a really strong move for a level 7 Pokemon. Like normally you'd learn Absorb or something like that. Or Vine Whip, I guess, could have been a move, but it doesn't really feel like Fernling would learn either of those, so I guess it's okay to get Razor Leaf as a first attack. It just feels like it was a little bit too strong for me, or in my opinion, it feels like it's a bit of a strong attack for a level 7, but maybe not, because Ember is actually not too weak either. But here is Polby, the next Pokemon we're going to be catching here. Like I said, thankfully I was actually recording when I accidentally went on a little bit farther than I wanted to. I mean, I guess it's not really an accident if I was still recording it, but either way, what I'm saying is, didn't make it onto the last episode, so it'll make it onto this one. We also bought some more Pokeballs at the mart, so we'll be good to go when we explore the rest of Route 2 here. And see what other kind of Pokemon we can find here, because I think there's about 50 Pokemon total in this first demo, which might not sound like a lot, but including all the evolutions that there are and stuff like that, it's actually quite a lot to check out in this first demo. Like, I don't know, I just feel like for a first demo, this game still has a lot of stuff to do, so I'm not sure how long this playthrough is going to be, but we'll definitely try to squeeze everything that we can out of this game, because it really does look amazing, and I just want to play more of it. So here's Polby, bug and flying. While they appear bulkier in stature, its body is quite small. The tufts surrounding its body are actually clumps of pollen. And what a way to be that is. I'm done with these puns, man. I'm sick and tired of all these puns and pollens. Anyway, we're gonna explore the rest of Route 2 now, and there's already another trainer up here. Looks like a bug catcher. Usually that's what you find in the first route, so makes sense, I guess. I caught some of these Pokemon in the forest up ahead. Oh, this dude is backtracking now. He was on his way back to the center. Why do they zoom in on their shoes every time? I find that kind of weird, but it literally wants us to meme. It wants us to say it. What are those? This guy's wearing flip-flops though, but I guess we get to check out all of the fashion statements of all of these different trainers, but he's got a bird buff. I think this thing is just bug type. I mean, I could look at my own sidebar, but that doesn't really work like that. I'm not Deadpool. I don't break the fourth wall like that. I guess I could, but what I'm saying is I literally, when I'm recording, I can't see my own sidebar, so sometimes I'll even forget the types of my own Pokemon. But that tends to happen when I've played so many games now, so many different, not just like actual Pokemon games, but fan games too, with all sorts of different made up Pokemon, and it's pretty cool, like how many, the sheer amount of like Pokemon that are in each of those games. Like, I don't know, I find that crazy, I guess, how so many Pokemon can be created, and a lot of them are Pokemon that the actual games haven't even made yet. Like, I was thinking the other day, has there actually been a dolphin Pokemon? Oh, what the heck? Whoa, I think this menu actually works with the mouse. So even though you can't see my mouse, I just clicked on my Pokemon there and it healed up his HP because it wasn't really working out with the D-pad for a second there. That was kind of weird. Or the keyboard, I guess, if you're playing with that. One thing that a couple of people asked me about though that I really don't think, oh man, I just realized this Pokemon is kind of tough to take out with our Fernling, Polby here. We have one ourselves, but I didn't really think about when we go up against it because all we have is Razor Leaf, which would be not very effective at all, and then we have Pound, which is neutral, but with that Leech Life, it's taking away quite a lot of HP. Oh, geez. Don't go for that again. I really hope we still take it out with this Pound because, come on. I believe in you, Fernling. No! Didn't quite take it out, so we're going to have to do one more turn here. But I was just thinking, like, I don't know why it came up, but I was just thinking there hasn't actually been a dolphin Pokemon. Like, Gorbis is the closest thing, but is Gorbis really a dolphin? I guess a Lantern is kind of like a dolphin too, but it's not actually a dolphin. Like, it's kind of crazy to think that there's so many Pokemon, like 640, almost 650 now, I think. I guess with Hoopa and Volcanion, are there over 650? I'm not sure, but there's that new Pokemon too, so maybe there's 650 now. The point is, how's there not been a dolphin Pokemon? Come on, man. Like an actual dolphin-looking one, I guess. So all these games are really cool to see because sometimes they take those ideas that Pokemon hasn't done yet, and sometimes they just make up some of their own crazy stuff that I'd never even think of as Pokemon, and it's really cool to see all of those. But for now, we just got a bunch of bugs. I guess I'm going to go for someone else because Fernling right now is a little bit beat up, so don't think he should really stay in here. Plus, we want to train up some of our other Pokemon anyway to check out their evolutions because I really do want to check out like all of the different evolutions that there are in this. Whoa. Oh, there's like a little I thought that was like a fly going around Bamboos, but I think it's just a part of his sprite. For some reason there's like one pixel just hovering around. It makes it look like there's a fly gliding around Bamboos, but judging by how small Bamboos actually is or looks, it's like a little mouse. I would think a fly is a little bit bigger than that. Wow, we're actually kind of getting beat up, even though this is like the second battle. Oh god, I used it on the wrong Pokemon! No! Why are these menus weird? I forgot that I have to click. I just spammed the A button and it did that. So, okay, we're gonna go for Oranberry, but this time we'll use it on the right Pokemon, which is Fernling there. So we'll go for him, because there's really not much that Bamboos, I'm just gonna go for Bamboos, because Bouse seems kind of like a hard, weird word to say, so. Alright, Fernling, come back out here. What the heck? That is kind of confusing. I feel like there should be like a way to just, maybe there is a way to use your D-pad with it, but for now I guess I'll just have to get used to clicking for a little bit. But let's bring this guy back out and get critical hit instantly. I love it. With Razor Leaf, let's just find out. I feel like it probably won't do as much damage as Pound, but never mind. Why was I not using Razor Leaf this whole time? Now I severely regret it. Probably should have gone for that instead of Pound, because that did a lot of damage. But maybe it was just specifically to that Vertebra there. Alright, there's Sammy! Somehow the second trainer in the game already gave us some troubles. We're gonna have to head back to the Pokemon Center. Jeez Louise, man. I don't think we've been this way. Like, I walked a little bit towards this way, but I didn't go all the way through. We got some flower fields. Ooh, I wonder if there are fairy Pokemon in this game. That's one thing that I know. The last few games I played had fairy types, but I guess it's like a 50-50. It's like, are they actually in here or are nah? I'm super excited to battle with you. Well, let's find out with this lady. Maybe she'll have a fairy type. They kind of tend to be a little bit early on, like, I don't know why, but fairy types, I guess, in X and Y at least, a lot of the better fairy types were early on into the game. Like, well, there weren't really that many to be honest, but most of the ones that you found in the game tended to be earlier on in the game, like Flabebe was pretty early on, Swirlix and Aromatisse. What were the other new fairy types in? I guess there was Sylveon, but you didn't really end up getting Sylveon until a lot later on. I honestly don't even remember many of the fairy types that were in that game, like at least the new ones, because X and Y didn't really introduce that many Pokemon to begin with, so I don't think there were that many. Klefki, that's another one. Carbink, those were a little bit later on, I guess. Huh, you really blew me away there, huh? Yep, I certainly did blow you away. What is up with me, dude? My mind is just going round and round in circles right now, but we're gonna run into a Pokemon here in the flower field now, and the battle scenery actually changes a little bit too, but it's just gonna end up being Polby. I guess we did run into Polby in the flowery area anyway, so I was just thinking, I thought it was in the regular grass, but we ran into it in the flower fields. I just didn't really notice it the first time, I guess. Whoa! Never mind. We have the flower fields even if you're in the grass. I thought it was like specific to the area that you ran into, but looks like this area is still flowery or purple flowers, even though we're not actually in the purple flowers. So maybe the fact that we ran into Polby in the purple flowers made me realize it, but I really want to catch one of those Avinch. We just fought one in that trainer battle, so maybe we can find it in Route 2. So far, the only new Pokemon is Polby though, and we already have one, so hopefully he's still in this route, the bird Pokemon. I love picking flowers out here. I found this today. Avet, an Oranberry. Not a flower. It looked like she had a really long neck for a second, but I guess it's okay. I don't know why. Something is wrong with me today. I don't know. But we got another youngster guy, dude. Youngster Ben this time. Ooh, it's Ben. I know Ben. Ben, how you doing, dude? Ben, if you're watching this video, how are you, my man? If your name is Ben, I don't actually know Ben, or I don't know a Ben, so if you know a Ben, if you are Ben, how are you, Ben? If you're any of the rivals, how are you doing? I know sometimes people like to point that out, like they will see a trainer in the game named after themselves, and it's like, hey, that's me. Too bad that's never gonna actually happen with me, though, because I highly doubt there will be a trainer named Ariel, especially how you spell my name. Those of you that don't know, my name's Ariel, but it's not spelled like the mermaid, it's a little bit different. Hey, we're learning Peck right now, which is our first flying type move, and here's another new Pokemon. It's Ear. It's literally called Ear. You just threw in another R there, but it looks like its eyes have been gouged out and it's yelling in pain, so we're gonna put it out of its misery by hitting it with a nice Razor Leaf. It looks like it's probably a normal type, so wow, that is a pretty strong Razor Leaf there. It even let out a cry like it was in pain. It seems that your Pokemon outmatched mine. Yep, you might want to put on the other strap of your overalls there too, buddy. Like, you know, I get that you're trying to be all cool and loose and hang with the big dudes, but I don't think the big dudes wear overalls unless you're like wanting to hang out with farmers or something. Who wears overalls? I think actually aren't overalls like kind of coming back into style for girls at least? I don't know about with dudes, but I know this. I've seen some girls wearing overalls lately, and I'm just like, dude, what is happening? Anyway, enough about fashion. We got Avinch finally, so we do get our chance to catch this guy. I've wanted one, I guess, since I saw it, which was only an episode ago, but it feels like it's been an eternity since I wanted to catch an Avinch, and now we get our chance. So we're gonna go for another pound, put that HP nice and low, and now how many Pokeballs do I actually have left? 3 of them, so not too bad. Because we're heading into a new area. We're going into the forest, and there's probably going to be a lot of new bug types there to catch. Or at least I'm expecting more bug types. Maybe Verdva is like the only bug type, and we'll just run into more of the first few Pokemon in there. I'm not sure, but Avent has a built-in defense mechanism. It hides in tall grass and darts away when it senses danger. That's the kind of Pokemon that I want to catch, the ones that run away, because that's what I tend to do most of the time. Yep, we got some trainer tips and some more berries, but this time they're Pecha. Are these all 3 Pechas? Because they're kind of like different shades, the trees at least. These trees are 50 shades of berries. No, they're cherry berries. I don't know what that joke was supposed to be, but I think we can actually get that Pokeball over there if we went all the way around. But do I really want to do that right now? I don't think so. Let's go into the forest. Whoa. Oh, that is so cool. That felt like Kingdom Hearts for a second. Like when you first get introduced to a world, it's got like a title card and everything, and that looked really awesome. Trainer tips. No stealing Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. I remember I was watching Pokemon Origins recently, and man, Pokemon Origins, I gotta say, pretty dang good. Like, I really wish the anime would be like that all the time, but Red, the main character of that one, because it's not actually Ash, surprise, surprise. Whoa, it is a new bug type Pokemon, Setic. Setic? I don't know how to say that. I'm just gonna go with Setic, but let me guess, actually, probably just bug and flying type, kind of like, hey, I just realized I said that Verdva might be the only bug type, but then I remembered that we actually already have Polby as well, so we have, this is gonna be our 3rd bug type. How many bug types can MunchingOrange catch in one episode? Find out now on this game, but here's the 3rd one for now, Setic. Bug and poison, actually, so I was wrong. Not 2 bug and flyings. Inside its transparent poison sac is a fairly harmless chemical mixture. However, predators believe it to be deadly, so Setic are normally left alone. Maybe this is the little fly that was flying around Bamboos earlier. Bamboos. Man, I will never settle on what I want to call that guy, so we'll just call him Mickey, because he's a mouse. Welcome to the Avocet Forest. I'm gonna make you wish you never came here. Jeez. All these people are so hostile so far. We got a girl bug catcher. I don't think that's something that we've actually seen before. I think the bug catcher class, usually the sprite is only boy, so it's kind of cool to see that. Some custom sprites coming in as well for the trainers. I mean, all the sprites for the trainers so far have actually been custom done. Like, they haven't reused any sprites yet as far as I can tell. But they have been, or they're making up like their own, I guess. Like each trainer class can have its own gender, or both genders. I don't know. This is another new Pokemon though. Hojakun here might very well be the evolution of Verdva. By the looks of it, it might be, because usually you got the bug worm thingy, then you get into the cocoon, and then it bursts out into a beautiful butterfly or moth sometimes in the case of Dustox. At least I think Dustox is a moth. So is Venomoth. So yeah, a lot of moth Pokemon. There's Mothim too. Oh, how many moth Pokemon are there? I don't know, but maybe we'll get to see what Verdva's evolution looks like soon enough. I see some little, what are those things on the trees actually? It's like some weird white things growing from the trees, or is it supposed to be like light flickering from above? Because I see the light flickering from above on the ground, but on the trees, I guess maybe, I don't know, there's some little tufts of white fuzz growing on the trees. But here we have a new battle background. I know it's been in the last few battles, but there's some mushrooms growing. There's some vines. It looks nice. I don't know why I can't stop talking about the graphics of this game, because I really, really like them. No, I'm not going to battle you, but here, let me give you this piece of advice. If you keep going south, you'll find a bunch of cool items, but the exit to Longspur City is the other way around. Going south from here is a dead end. Well, I'm a huge fan of dead ends. You know, I always do that in my sentences, so we're going to do it in the game and actually explore this area over here, because I'm kind of have a feeling that there's probably some trainers over here as well, and I want to train up as much as we can. So what I'm actually going to do is switch out for a second, because Fernling is getting kind of beat up anyway, so we'll go for this potion on him, and we'll actually switch out to, who would I want to actually start training up? Probably Avinch, or Avinch? How would I say this? Avinci, yeah. New DJ coming to a town near you right now. Oranberry, where art thou? There we go. We'll start training up Avinch, because... Oh wait, I just realized that our starter is grass flying, so we're gonna have 2 flying types, but it's okay. I just really want to see the evolution of it, and I know that most of these guys are gonna be early evolvers. At least the bug Pokemon and the flying Pokemon usually evolve pretty early on, so I don't know, I would guess maybe like level 14 or 16 or 18 or something like that. From 14 to 18 for Avet. And I don't know about the starter Pokemon. Whoa. Oh, I thought you were going to have to go through the log and this was actually like a little ledge, but nope, you can just walk right through there. Because I know there's logs that you can walk through, and I think Pokemon Black and White 2, whatever the forest in that game is called, Pinwheel Forest, I think. There's 2 forests in that game though, because there's Pinwheel is in Black and White 1, and then in Black and White 2, I'm pretty sure they have a different forest that you go through, because you don't go through Pinwheel until like the end of the game, but I'm thinking of Black and White 1, you go through Pinwheel Forest, and there's like some logs that you can climb through, so that's pretty cool. Here is a Repel though, and I've actually been wanting one of these for a little bit, because getting a little bit annoyed with the wild Pokemon now, since they're mostly being the same ones. Like, I do want to experience all the new Pokemon, but then it just gets into regular Pokemon mode, like, let's spray Repels all the way through, because mostly just the same Pokemon repeating. Plus, we're going to get to see most of the new ones probably from the trainers. Wow, a full party of 6 already. It's going to be kind of sad when we get to the Pokemon Center and have to dump some of these guys, because, I don't know, it's always a sad moment when I catch Pokemon a lot like this, and then I end up having to put some away in storage, or, you know, because I'm not going to use all of them in the party, but I definitely want to train up as many as we can. Whoa, the experience was so hype there, or so high, not hype, that it broke through the bar. Do you see that? There's like a little bit oozing out of it. I know that's like a little bug, like a minor bug, like Polby here. Definitely a minor bug, because it's so small. But, whoa, whoa. Okay, see, this is what's confusing me a little bit, because, yeah, I think it's just the menu's a little bit bugged out. So we'll just use the mouse whenever I get into the party menu and battles. I'm just going to have to remember that. I know I literally earlier said I have to remember this, and I already didn't remember it, but that's kind of an occurring thing around here. I tend to forget things pretty quickly, but this time I'm not going to make the same mistake. Oh, wait, this time we have Peck, so never mind. I was going to say I'll just go straight up for the Razor Leaf, because it seems to do 1 billion damage, but not since we have Peck. Now that we have Peck, things are a little bit easier for us against these bug types here. Avet, I do want to keep training him, so we'll keep switching in and out, even though it takes a little bit longer to do some of these battles, so I don't know. I think it's okay though, but he's just got another Cetic. Until Avet learns his own flying type move, I feel like it probably will take a little bit to do some of these battles, but it'll be okay. I'm sure he'll learn it soon enough. Uh-oh. Not with Poison Sting though. Oh my gosh. How did I know that was gonna happen, man? It's just every time I see a Poison Sting, I just know it's gonna end up poisoning me. I just know it. Maybe I'm a little bit psychic. I feel like sometimes I have a little bit of PSI. Is that what it's called? I don't know if that's what it's called. Is it? I think it is. At least in, like, Earthbound. I don't really play Earthbound, though, but I've always wanted to try it, so maybe one day. Well, I have played the first one, but I think that's what they call it, PSI. Or, well, just in general, PSI is like when you have psychic powers. I think that's what they call it. Why am I going on about this? I'm not sure. I'm just really hungry, and being hungry makes me very, I guess, distracted. But anyway, we actually learned Gust and Avinch there. Avinci, the bird. And then he died. Alright, that's not good. I probably should have healed him up, but I wasn't sure if I had the berries that heal up poison there or not. So there's our first fainted Pokemon. Not like I'm doing a Nuzlocke of this game though, so it's okay. Might actually try that out on a stream or something sometime though. I know that this game's not very long, but that's why I would make for like a short stream. We could do like a Nuzlocke challenge, and that way I can get to show off some of the other starters of this game as well. I really thought there was a Pokeball there, but I guess we already got it, or there wasn't a Pokeball there to begin with. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Repel that we found and just head on over back to the Pokemon Center, because looks like we already reached the dead end anyway. And oh my gosh, Fernling is not in the first position of the party. Whoa, JK, here's another new Pokemon, so whatever. I guess it doesn't matter that we had a Repel up, because we're going to run into something new anyway. And it's Winnie the Pooh. Literally. If Winnie the Pooh was a Pokemon, here he is. It's Hunber. The honey bear? Yep, honey and bear. That's what they're going for. Alright, well, seems like no one else can really, is not really fit for battle right now, so we'll just go back to Fernling and hopefully not one-shot this guy with Pound. They are getting pretty low level compared to us now, the wild Pokemon I mean, so gotta be careful not to pound too hard and kill them in one hit. That would suck, but we only have 2 Pokeballs, so really hope Hunber here isn't like some kind of rare Pokemon that's really hard to catch, because kind of want to get one just because I want all the Pokemon. Oh no! Shoot, it was so close too. I never pay attention to those Pokeball messages. Whoa, what? What? That is weird. Like the HP says one thing before it zooms in, and then when it zooms out again, like the HP was even lower. So that sucks. Fernling and Avench are both dead just because I really want to catch a honey bear. Oh boy. One more Pokeball. Really hope this catches it. Actually, now thinking about it, I probably could have gone for another attack with Polby and gotten it down to red HP, but oh well, I'm kind of a dummy, so whatever. Yeah, we caught it anyway. Got lucky there. Got just a little bit lucky. And so now this guy will go into the PC because we've already got 6 Pokemon. His head is beehive shaped for disguise. Yeah. I'm not sure that that's the best disguise, buddy, because you're just going to have a bunch of Polby luring around you, so I don't know. Maybe that's how their ecosystem works, though. The Humber provide homes for the Polby. Seems like a pretty legit ecosystem there, though. I wouldn't mind that if I was part of it. Though I'm not really a bear or a bug, or a bee, I mean, not bug. Bees are bugs, whatever. But yeah, that was the dead end. So now we circled all the way around. Looks like there's a lonely item there sitting on that lonely island, but we need Surf to get to it, and we don't really have that yet considering we just started off. So that is probably going to be it for this episode. We'll definitely check out the rest of this forest in the next one, though. I'm going to stock up on items off screen as well as heal up our Pokemon, maybe switch around some of our team members too, because now we've got more than 6. So yeah, next time we head onwards into the rest of the forest, and I'll see you all then.